So this week I've decided to take a detox from dopamine. What is dopamine? Well, dopamine is a type of neurotransmitter. Your body makes a bunch of it and your nervous system uses it to send messages between nerve cells. What does that mean? Well, dopamine plays a huge part in how we feel pleasure. However, you can have too much dopamine. For example, when you have something really fatty, really sugary, you get an immense amount of pleasure from that. That's dopamine. This is because you have a huge dopamine release whenever you eat sugar, fat, and salt. It's your mind's way of rewarding you for finding these delicacies. And this happens with loads of stuff. But too much dopamine can lead to having poor self-control and make bad decisions. It means you have less control over impulses, like for example, gambling, video game addiction to Netflix, social media, and porn addiction. I've found in almost every area of our lives, we are treated and conditioned to absorb as much dopamine from reward systems that are built to keep us coming back for more. You might say, well, so what? I'll eat sugary foods, I'll gamble, I'll play video games, I'll watch Netflix, I'll watch porn. What's the harm? Well, the thing is, too much of this can lead to some bad stuff. It can lead to social awkwardness, anxiety, depression, hopelessness. A lot of these things lead to a lack of genuine connection with real people. Don't get me wrong, dopamine isn't all bad. It can be a good thing. In fact, we get dopamine release when we eat healthy food or do exercise and stuff like that. But this is a perverted version in order to keep us coming back for more, all in the name of profit and data. Well, I've decided to take a stand. And in the height of irony, I'm posting it all over social media. So for 1 week, I'm cutting Netflix, I am cutting video games, I'm cutting alcohol, I'm cutting fast food, and I'm cutting my beloved YouTube. I'm doing this for 1 week, and I'm going to document the process and tell you what it's all like. And I think we'll all be surprised by the outcome. So on day one, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't that easy. It was quite difficult. It was quiet. Day two, I feel like I had some withdrawal, if that's a thing. I felt kind of bored. I was really missing Netflix and YouTube. This is what I'd normally consume during my break or in the evening. And instead, I kind of felt a bit bored. So day three, something weird happened. I started to sing around the house more. I just started singing, so that was weird. The other thing is I started playing my musical instruments more that maybe I wouldn't have played previously. I feel like I can kind of focus on more. When you have that expression and it's like, I haven't really got the headspace for that, and you're thinking about something else someone's trying to burden you with. After day three, I kind of felt like I could take on a bit more, and I thought my brain feels less full. Day four, this is a bit annoying because it's my brother-in-law's 30th birthday, and so I'm not having any alcohol or fast food, so that makes things a bit more difficult. Don't get me wrong, when everybody whips out their phone and they start going on it, I feel really bored, but apart from that, it's kind of been a good thing. Day five, I was very busy, so I didn't really miss my phone. I listened to a lot of audiobooks, which I've been really enjoying, but the only time I missed it was in the evening when I wanted to relax. Something that has been harder than I thought was avoiding bad food. Here's a typical breakfast and lunch. Day 7, I went for a nice walk, just my thoughts and me. Just kidding, I got COVID. But when I did go back on social media, I kind of felt this unhealthy pull back to it. When I went back on it, it felt like I shouldn't be doing it really. It felt like a massive distraction. I think for me, this experiment has highlighted how much social media, YouTube, and all of these things take up brain power for me. What I thought would relax me and what I needed in order to switch off is actually kind of stressing me out. And so after doing this experiment, I feel like I'm kind of taking the steps to take back my life and to regain control over these kind of addictions, I guess. I will use social media. I have to for my job. I will watch YouTube. I've learned how to do my entire job from YouTube. But from here on out, it will be on my terms. I do not want to be a dopamine slave anymore. Would I recommend that you try this yourself? Absolutely. You should give it a go, and you should let me know how you get on. Remember, don't subscribe. See you next week.